Hello friends, in this tutorial we will study two very important concepts of TypeScript. The first one is arrays and the second one is tuples. Let's assume we want to sum up 10 variables in a resultant variable. So in that case we have to declare 10 variables in our TypeScript program, just like uh, uh, variable I, and its data type is number and initial value is 10. Okay, so similarly I have to create uh, 10 variables like I, J, K and L. But this is not a good practice or not a feasible approach to write a program. So alternate of this approach is we must use arrays. Basically arrays are used to store a large collection of values of similar data type. TypeScript uh, introduces the concept of array to tackle such type of scenarios. Array is a user defined data type, but not a built-in data type, just like number, boolean, just like that. Arrays are static type of elements. Actually, this means that an array once initialized cannot be resized. You cannot change its size. For example, at initialization its size is 6, and after that initialization you cannot change its size to 100 or 200. That's why we say arrays are static in nature. So let's take an example of array. First we will see how we can declare array in TypeScript. So declaration of arrays is very simple, just like other variables we declare in TypeScript. First of all, you need to add a keyword vary and then name of your variable and then data type of your variable, and then we have to place two braces over here. That's it. This is declaration of array which name is sum. But if we want to initialize this array with some values, we can initialize it. Just type the name of the array, assignment operator, and then you have to write some values, just like 1 2 3 and 4. That's it. This is initialization of the array. But in this case we have to write our code on two lines, but we can perform this task in a single line. So we can do this as this one. That's it. So this is a declaration of the array and initialization of the array. So now we will see how array works in TypeScript. So let's take animation. So let's suppose this is array of length 10. It means this array can hold 10 items in it. So these 0 1 2 3 and till 9, these are indexes of the array. Whenever you want to access an element of the array, you need to use these indexes. If you want to access first element of the array, you need to use index 0, and if you want to the last element of the array, you need to use index 9. Okay, so this is first index of the array and 9 is last index of the array. And if you want to use values, so values are placed in these boxes, and when you want to access, you use index of this box. Okay, similarly values are placed on indexes, and if you want to uh, get total indexes of the array, you need a formula like array length and -1. This is the formula of the total indices. If the length of the array is 10, so in indexes value will be 10 minus 1, and that is 9. So if you want to access an element of the array, you need to use a index of the array just like this. For example, let's suppose I want to access first element of the array. We need to add 0 index. So compile your code and run your JavaScript code, and you will get value 1, which is first element of the array. Similarly, you can access first, second, third, and last element of the array just like 2. But if we want to change any element in the array, for example, I want to replace 1 with 10, then I have to use the index of the array just like this. For example, I want to replace value at index 0, which is 1, so I can use this syntax. So this will replace at index 0, which is 1, so 1 will be replaced with 10. Compile your code and see the output. Sorry, we have to place 0 over here because we want to print out the first element of the array. Compile it again and run your JavaScript file, and you will get 10, which is first element of the array. So if we type here index 10, which does not exist in this array, in that case what we will get. So let's see what we will get over here. Compile your app.ts file and then run your app.js file, and you will get undefined. It means there is no index which is 10. 10 index is undefined for this sum array. Now this is a very simple way to create a array, but there is an other way to create a array. The other way is very simple. Let's suppose we want to create array using array object. Basically, an array can also be created using the array object. For creating array using array object, we need a constructor of the array object, and we pass size of the array into the constructor of array object, or we can pass comma separated values in constructor of the array object. So let's create array using array object. So here we have some array, and we want to create it using a array object. So as we know, whenever we want to create object, we need to use a keyword like new and then a name of the class, which is array, and that's it. And in constructor we pass size of the array. So our array is created and size of the array is 5. It means we can place 5 elements in this array. So if we want to access elements of this array, we need to add a for loop to get values of this array. But in this case, you can see we have not initialized this array with any values. So we can initialize this array with some values so that we can use them. So we can initialize this array to some values by writing a for loop. So we write a loop over here. Name of the array, replace this name with array, and that's it. So here we can see we have a variable I, and condition of this loop is run the loop until and unless length of the array, and we are incrementing I with 1. And value of I, we are assigning value of I to this array, and we are also printing a value of I here. So it will starts from 0 and goes to length of the array, less than length of the array. So compile your code over here and run your JavaScript file, and you will get 0 1 2 4 0 2 4 because length of the array is 5. The second way of creating array is passing arguments in the constructor of the array. So in first case we have passed size of the array, but we can also pass arguments to this constructor. For example, we are passing 2 elements, which is hello, and the second element argument is word, and we need to change data type of this array from number to string. So when we loop over this array and print element of the array, it will print hello world. So compile your code, because length of this array is 2, because we are passing only 2 arguments to the constructor of the array. So clear your console and compile your code and run your JavaScript file. So you can see hello world is printed. The second concept that we will study in this tutorial is tuples. So basically there might be a need to store a collection of values of different data types, because in arrays we are storing same type of data into this array, but we tuples are used to store different data types of array, different data types of data. But if we use arrays for this purpose, so arrays will not serve this purpose. To serve this purpose, TypeScript gives us a data type called tuple that helps to achieve such type of scenarios. So syntax of the tuple is very simple. Here we have a variable keyword var, and then we have name of the tuple. That's it. This is name of the tuple, and then we have assignment operator, and then we have opening and closing braces. That's it. This is our first basic tuple, but this is empty tuple because we have not initialized it. So we can initialize it just like arrays. So we want to initialize first element of this tuple with hello, and the second element with word, because index of the array and tuples start from 0, and here we have word. That's it. This is tuple, but if we want to access values of the tuple, this is similar to just like arrays. Here we want to print first element of the tuple, so we need to add this one over here. It will print hello over here. So compile your code, ts file, and then run your JavaScript file, and you will see hello is printed over here. So that's it for today. In next tutorial we will see some other concepts of TypeScript. Thank you so much.